Here's the notes for the first day of methods. And what I did was just went to my schedule, took the notes code, and I actually took it out of Replit. And I copied, you should be able to access this, just copied and pasted into a new Replit. Here we have one, create a plus bug class with talk void method and bug say chirp. So we're going to add a file and we're going to call it a plus bug. And classes are always capitalized. So we capitalize the first letter in a plus. And I've already created this, so it puts it in automatically, but what you'll see is a blank class here. So we have class a plus bug, and we put the braces. And then we're told to make a method called, what's it called? Talk. So create a plus bug class with talk void method, and bugs say chirp, by the way. Let's do that. Let's create public. We'll make a void and talk method, and it just says chirp. Chirp. Instantiate dude as an a plus bug. So we're going to instantiate an object, and it's going to be called dude. Now let's create, and I'll talk about that next line. So a plus bug dude is the variable name, and it's equal to a new a plus bug. And this is a reference variable, so it refers to a memory location that has this instance of the a plus bug. So we're going to call talk. Now it's not static, so we have to use dude to call talk. And if I've typed everything right, this should work, and it should say chirp. You can make as many bugs as you want. So we can go, I can copy this right here. And we can make a second one, a third one, and even a fourth one, but they have to have different names. So maybe a plus bug, this is the second one, this is the third one, this is the fourth one. Call talk for each new bug. All right, so we'll do copy, and we can paste 2, 3, there's the new ones. But it's got to be dude 2 is going to call talk, dude 3, and dude 4. They're all going to call talk. Now, all you're going to see is 4 chirps, one for each instance of the class, one for each variable. And that saves code, so you don't have to keep typing that method over and over again. Here we have on line 20, call as many times as you want. Classes save lines of code. So you have to keep typing over and over again. Now, if you want to do what the class did, I'm going to have the class make a turkey class and go through 1 through 3. So if you want to pause the video, give this a try. That's probably the best way to do this so you can learn it. And then play it when you want to see the answer. Create a turkey class. Turkey Java. We're going to go class turkey. And what are the turkeys going to do? Turkeys have speak and say their name. So speak gobble gobble, say name Fred. So create the turkey class, create methods speak and say name. So we're going to go public void speak system out print line gobble gobble. That's one of the methods, and then we'll get out of that. And we'll create the second method, which was name. Say name? Is it say name? No, I can't remember. Yeah, say name. Say name, we capitalize each word after the first word. And so we have system out print line, and we'll just say, I think the name's going to be Fred. So we create the turkey class, we create the methods, instantiate turkey object, and call speak in name. So turkey, maybe turk1 is equal to a new turkey, and need parentheses there. And turk1 dot speak, need parentheses, and turk1 dot say name. And that should say gobble gobble and Fred at the end after the chirps. Now we're going to get into what's called return methods with parameters. And I'm going to show the students. Create a calculator class. So we'll go add file, calculator.java. And we're going to go class and calculator. And the class name and the class, this line 1, so calculator has to match the file name. It has to. It can't be different. Oh, what's going on? Calculator. There we go. So we're going to go public. Let's do a return. Let's return an integer. And I think calculator is going to, add and subtract, I think. So create calculator class. Create calculator methods, add and subtract with parameters. All right, so we're going to go add, and we're going to accept one number, and then we're going to accept the other number. And we're going to return A plus B. And then we're going to go public int subtract int A, int B. And we're going to turn A minus B. And now those are return methods. They don't print anything. They just return a value. Create calculator methods. Create a calculator object. So that's going to be right here. We have calculator. Let's say calc1 is equal to a new calculator. Have the user enter two values and call, add, and subtract in a clever print statement. All right, well, let's go. I already did the import for the scanner. So let's create a scanner object, keyboard equals new scanner, system in. Let's do a prompt. Let's go enter two numbers. And then we'll go int, how about x is equal to keyboard.next int. And then int y is equal to keyboard next int. And then we'll print out, how about x plus x plus y is equal to, and then here's where we make the call. We have calc1 dot add, and we have x comma y. And then let's do this, and then I'll explain what's going on. Let's do a copy and paste. And instead of plus, we're going to do minus here, and we'll do subtract there. Let's see if it works, and then I'll explain what's going on in case I have any syntax errors or any problems with the program. Let's see if it runs correctly. Looks good so far. How about 4 and 5? So 9 and -1. Now here's what's happening. Once we enter the two numbers, so it prompts, we enter the two numbers, press enter, puts the first number in x, the second number in y, and then when it calls add, it sends the value in x to A, right here, sends x goes to A, and then the y, here's the y, that's the value, y is going to get a value, that value is going to be sent to B. So x goes to A, or the first integer goes to the first integer. The second integer goes to the second integer. Then it uses those values to add them together and then returns that value back to where it was called. So it'll return back to this spot right here. And the exact same thing happens for subtraction. That x is sent to the first variable, the y is sent to the second variable. It subtracts them and returns back to where it's called. Now notice we instantiated x here. We instantiated y here, and then we can just use them to send. But when it receives, before the method, the method didn't know what A and B were. So we have to say in this parameter that this is an integer. And we got to say it's receiving an integer B. And same thing with subtract. We got to say you're receiving an integer, you're receiving an integer here. So you put the type in here, but in the main, like I said, those have already been established. So you don't put int when you send. You put int when you receive. Have the students create a greetings class. So again, I'm going to have the class do this 1 through 4. And so if you want to pause it, give it a try, see if you understand the instructions, see if you can get it to work. That'd be great. So then unpause, and I'll give you the solutions. Create a greetings class. All right, so greetings.java. And notice it's blank, so we go class, greetings. And I think one of them, let's go public void. I think one of them is good morning. And it receives a name. So there's a parameter on this one. And then we'll just have it type good morning and then name. And maybe I shouldn't capitalize morning. Guess it wouldn't really matter. There we go. And now we'll do the same thing for good afternoon. Public void good evening. Or afternoon, I think it's good afternoon. And we're receiving a string name. So system out print line good afternoon, and we have plus name. Now in the main here, it said create a greetings class. Oh, have the user enter name. I created both methods right here. I created these two methods. Have the user enter their name. Now we already created the scanner object, so we can go system out print enter your name. And we'll go string name equals, how about we just go next and just grab the first name. We'll assume it's not two names. Got the methods, and then I should put this, I should go 5 instantiate an object and call the methods. How about we do that? So then we have greetings. How about greet is equal to new greetings. And then we go greet dot, we're going to call good afternoon, or good morning. Good morning. And we're sending the method the name. We're sending it. And then greet dot good afternoon, and we're sending the name. Now it should prompt us for the numbers, then prompt us for the name, and then print good morning Fred, good afternoon Fred, or whoever we put in. String equals, keyboard.next, of course. Keyboard.next. Enter two numbers, 5 and 6. Enter your name, Fred. Good morning, Fred. Good afternoon, Fred. So again, we use methods where we sent parameters. So name here goes to name up here. Now those variables do have the same name, but they are two different variables. They're not the same variable.